Hi guys, so I'm driving in Texas. So let's go to see how Texas looks like just at the border with Mexico, close to Laredo. So I'm driving now between McAllen and Laredo. I just passed through Rio Grande City and Roma. So I went to Roma a bit, but not Italy, unfortunately. In the USA, I would say that I miss Europe. So this road looks like more like Mexico. Actually, this was a Mexican territory a couple of good years. Yeah, and it still is because loads of guys from here are Mexicans, and the radios. Usually, I'm listening for the radio. I'm trying to catch some news about Portland and Chicago these days to see what happened there. And what do you think that happened? Actually, the subject that I want to discuss today, while we are watching this beautiful scenery and roads, what happened in Portland and Chicago? Because at the news I can't find much. So I read that national troops, National Guard was deployed in Portland and Chicago. And actually, I heard the governor of Illinois speaking about what happened there. That loads of raids were in that region, in Illinois, in Chicago. I don't know if in Cleveland too. So please comment down below if you know about Cleveland. In Cleveland happened the same thing like in Chicago, like loads of raids, loads of border patrols were deployed and they were searching for immigrants, and actually loads of American citizens were put in jail because they couldn't prove on the spot they were American citizens. They didn't have with them the passport. So I believe the people were gathered there, and the revolt, those gatherings actually were about that. That loads of American people were put in jail because they couldn't prove that they are Americans. Yeah. So they used force. They handcuffed people. They zipped tied, actually, not handcuffed, zipped tied a couple of people, and that's not good. That's not democracy. That's it turns into something else. And the free of speech, I can see that it's not there anymore. Yeah. But what actually happened? Because things happened there. People, they didn't just strike and had like a revolt. Yeah, like they didn't gather to protest for nothing. Yeah. And the governor of Illinois, I don't think that that's a guy that lies. Yeah. So, what do you think it happened there? Leave me a comment if you think that it's overrated. Maybe it's overrated. Maybe now AI, it's doing their stories about what actually didn't happen there, but it shows people what exactly didn't happen. So maybe it's that. I don't know. I just read, but I couldn't find loads of news articles about that. So that's a bit strange, yeah? I'm coming from a former communist country. I was born in '83, when in Romania the Communist Party was ruling, and actually all the Soviet bloc was ruling that eastern part of Europe. So in Romania, since I was born in 83 until 1990s, 1989 actually, when Ceausescu, that communist guy, was put down, but actually he was put down by some guys of the same breed like him. So actually communists took over the power from Ceausescu, and they tried to show people a democratic face, but that actually in these days in there is just communist. The children of ex-communists are ruling Romania. So I was a small child when that happened in Romania, but I still remember some parts that when people supposed to stay in a queue for a piece of bread and to put something on the table to eat, because the food was regionalized. Like, I don't know how to say the word, like you couldn't buy as much as you wanted. You had like a card, but not a card, a magnetic card as you know today. It was like a book, like a agenda. Yeah, you're supposed to buy just one bread, one slice of salami, and one slice of, I don't know, meat. Not much, not much. I'm telling you, people were having money in those days, but they couldn't buy much. So having money, it wasn't good also. What I'm trying to say and where I'm trying to go is, be careful, guys, because back in Romania, the young guys, younger than me, they want the Communist Party back. But that's bad. They didn't live in those days, and they don't know what it can happen with them and with their families and with their liberties, with their rights. They will not be able to stay on Facebook as much as they do now, or travel all around the world. Now, Romanian people, they can travel whenever and wherever they want. So that wasn't the case back in the days when Communist Party was there. So if a communist will come in the US, ay, guys, ay. They start doing things that they are not right for these days. For if you are speak about them, you are put to jail, or your business is going to go bankrupt. That's not normal. Free people, they can have opinions and they can speak civilized. They are not to blame and to speak bad words about people. They can have their own opinion, the right to speak about anything, anywhere, and about anyone. If I want to speak about Trump or Ceausescu, I can do it. It's my opinion, and I don't supposed to have any. Oh, sorry about the phone. I don't supposed to have any repercussion about that speaking. It's a human right. So that's what I'm trying to say. That in Portland, in LA, in the summer, in LA, it was the same situation in the summer. The National Guard was deployed there too. Why? They are using military force to put down some guys that they are trying to send a message. Okay, if they are turning to be like violent and if they are criminals, that's normal, but I don't think that they were criminals. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened in LA, who was there, and what were trying to do. I don't know exactly what happened in Portland or Chicago. So if you would be kind enough to comment and to tell me what's happening, because not just in the US, um, there's been problems. In Canada, in the major cities from Canada, people went into the streets. In Calgary, Toronto, Regina, Winnipeg, people went onto the streets. And I think it's not about the government. Actually, it's about the living. Like, if you see, all the prices went up. The cost of living is sky high. So people are starting to be aware that they can't do much, and they don't have much. They afford just the bills, some food, but maybe the quality of that food is not that good anymore. And that's actually the problem. And that's actually a problem into the US too. Cost of living. Bread, it's more expensive. Basic things with which uh, you are living every day. The necessary things that you need them to live, yeah? To live decent. In Europe is the same story. In France, Belgium, Ireland, UK, people were out into the streets, and because of the immigrants too. That's right. Immigrants are a problem, but like I came to Canada, I live in Canada with my family for a better future, but that better future is not there anymore. But where is that better future? I think that nowhere. That's the sad story. Inflation is going sky high. The everyday living is going sky high. Everything gets worse. I just spoke a couple of days ago with some friends from informatics industry, software developers. They are not that good because in COVID time, loads of people were starting to learn software, to be a web designer and a software designer and programming computers, yeah. And now, because there are too many on the market, their salaries are going down, and they are not able to find jobs that easily, and not those jobs that they are used to. That's sad, because if 10 years ago you would tell me, man, in the guys that they are developing softwares, they were going to have some problems in 10 years, I would tell you, no, you're not right. That will not going to happen. The guys that they are into software designing, they are okay, and they are going to be okay. Maybe just those ones that they were, I don't know, not I don't want to say smart enough, but I think that's the proper word. Smart enough to have and to develop their own businesses. And now they are okay, but still competition is bad in that sector too, and they can't find jobs that easily anymore. When I was into the driving school in Canada, with me into the courses, it was a Chinese guy that came into Canada with program nominee, with actually permanent residency, through a stream that facilitated him to obtain permanent residency, because it was a stream dedicated to software developers. And I was asking him, okay, and why you are not doing that here? Man, he said, I just came into Canada to drive that stream. I was able to have the permanent residency, but I'm 46, he was 46, 47. He said, at my age, I will not be able to find anything good. All the jobs that I'm going to find, they are not properly paid for my experience. And if I were going to find a job that it's paid not that good, he said, if, that will be a good luck. That will be a big chance, because he couldn't even find a job that was like entry level. So he had to start doing something else, and he decided to be a truck driver. I don't know if he had success. I didn't spoke with him since we finished that driving school. For me, that driving school was for nothing, because I was a truck driver coming from Europe. They were telling me that in Canada it's a different driving. Bullshit, different driving. It's not a different driving. The only difference is that these trucks have a nose. So in Europe we have just cab overs, and yes, the truck is longer with 5 to 10 feet. That's the only difference. And the road signs are different. Okay, I'm supposed to learn the road signs, but not to go to a 6-week driving training like in hell, like from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Like I was going to a job without a pay. I was paying to take those courses, they were not paying me. So, and when I'm trying to come to the US, they are telling me, oh, you have to take your driving license here. Man, I was driving 1.5 years into the USA with a CDL from Canada, so no, it's different. What is different? And at this moment, I'm driving into the US. But that's life, yeah? So, as you see, the weather changed. In Texas, it's not that warm anymore, and moisture is high. And that makes the heat, it's 34 degrees Celsius. I didn't I'm not used to the Fahrenheit. So 34 Celsius. And this heat is felt by the human body like a bigger heat, like a larger, yeah, because of the moisture. Because of the moisture. So now I'm crossing, I'm crossing a river. I think it's Rio Grande. Let's see what river is this. Arroyo. It's no river actually. It's just a canyon without any water. Not nice. Yeah. So that was a small chit chat about situation into the US, Canada, Europe, what happened in Portland. I hope you stayed with me until the end, and you are not bored about my small chit chat. Please comment down below and tell me your opinions about what's happening to this world, not just with the US. Because, like I said, the prices are going up. The inflation is sky high. Soon, a reset will going to be, I believe that a reset will solve this problem, and that reset will come through two situations. The first one, a big hyperinflation and a financial crisis that will put everything to the ground. everything. So hyperinflation. Or a war, but not a small one. The Third World War. Or it could be something else, like both a world war and a hyperinflation and a financial crisis. I hope I'm not right. It's the only thing. The only thing that I'm hoping for is that I'm not right, for our sake. Take care, stay safe, please subscribe, like, and hopefully you're going to watch me again. Take care. Bye bye.